It's time to go beyond what a smartphone can do. With a massive camera upgrade.
Hey guys, welcome back to iAceking, and in this video we're going to be talking about the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So before we get started on the video, I got this as a gift. So yeah, I still don't know how the other iPhones which you have bought, it could be different because every device is different. Like if you're buying it or getting, as a gift, so it's gonna be different. But let's start shooting for the video. First, let's go with the box. And now if you see the box, it is tin, the simple classic tin box without the charger. And I mean, you get simple, the stickers, this cable, that's it. So that's pretty much it in the box. So we're gonna put this aside and let's go directly on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Okay, so first let's go on the color, on the texture. Now you can see I have rose gold, looks pretty good. I have the lens cover over here, so please don't mind that. It is thin, but it's still pretty fat than the previous iPhone 14s. You got the on display power button over here, the volume button, and the notification bar over here. No audio jack, as you can see, and the charging cable. Yeah, now as you can see, we have the always on feature, which is actually directly inducted in the new iPhone 14. But before we get into that, I just want to let you know that the iPhone 14 Pro Max, like the dynamic island, the always on feature, this is only in development. The iPhone 14 mini Pro Max, every iPhone 14 is just draft one of the iPhone 15. So whatever you're going to see next is going to be a double feature in the iPhone 15, which is going to come out probably next month. Sorry, next year, not next month. I'm so sorry for that. Anyway, let's get into the iPhone 14. So basically, the Face ID works pretty much amazing. I didn't get my tripod to work properly. Anyway, so this is how the Face ID works in. Pretty much directly, Face ID works directly in, and you can see from the back side, the color, everything looks pretty good. It is smooth. You got smooth feature, works pretty fast. As you can see, I'll give you a direct in. So it's smooth, it's fast. Before we get into it, let me tell you, the iPhone 14 Pro Max comes with a 6.7 OLED inch screen with 120 Hz of refresh rate, which is pretty fast, which is pretty good depending on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And considering, I mean, it works pretty fine after a month. I can use my Insta, TikTok, Spotify, every single thing works pretty nice. And I think let's show you the dynamic island right now. So I'm gonna go to Spotify right now and let's play a track. Okay, now I'm playing a track by Divine over here. You can see you get the dynamic island. You can make it big, or you can choose any other notification. Let's see, like go to clock, and then stopwatch, start. You go back in, you can switch it. As you can see, you can hide it, and you can get it. On the iPhone 14 Pro Max is, I think, a hack. So when you keep your iPhone 14 in your pocket or in a bag or something, it detects, it has a light sensor. So when you cover the part, your iPhone 14 goes to sleep mode. But when you remove it, it directly comes in. Why? Because it's a light sensor over here which detects and then opens your iPhone 14 directly, which as per me is pretty cool, but at the same time it has its own cons. Going to the camera, you get three cameras, a triple camera. One is a 48 megapixel camera, the other two are 12 megapixels, but you get dope pictures. And as you go to recording, you get 4K, you get 1080 at a 60 FPS per rate. That's pretty dope. As you can see over here, this is pretty cool. You can zoom in, you get portrait mode, you have pano. Now let's go to video. You look up, you can change it to 4K, and you can take it to 60 but the movement is pretty nice. As you can see over here, you get cinematic mode, and there are other pretty amazing features in the iPhone 14 Pro Max for now. Now we have talked about the iPhone 14, the features, the pros. Now let's talk about the cons and the only thing that I find bad in the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now, everything that looks beautiful isn't supposed to be beautiful, right? Like from the inside. And I'll tell you why. The iPhone 14 Pro Max has a battery of 4323 mAh, which is a 29 downgrade from the previous iPhones. And as per me, the only bad thing about the iPhone 14 is the battery. I mean, I like the always on feature, it looks pretty good, but do you really need the always on feature? I mean, it's still in development. The dynamic island, the always on feature is still in development. It's, it's as a texting for the iPhone 15, but do you really need the always on feature? I don't think so. Like, I don't want to take out my phone and then it's always on, it's scrolling up stuff, and I won't tell you why I think the battery is bad. I mean, I'm not using my iPhone, I'm keeping it. The next thing I know, I lost like 5-10% of the battery. I'm not even using my iPhone that much. Apple says that you can use your iPhone for 24 to 26 hours only for the battery, but for me, I think I've only used it for like 4-5 hours and my battery drains, and I don't even use my iPhone that much. I'm using my normal phone, I'm using the camera for now, and I'm using the iPhone, when I go out, if I want to take some photography for some walk or something. Even for that, I'm taking my camera and my iPhone both, but the battery still doesn't work that much. Like, it isn't that proper. Other than that, I think the iPhone 14 is still good, but do you want to upgrade your iPhone to an iPhone 14 Pro Max? That's one thing. That's the main question. I'll tell you why. Whenever Apple brings out another iPhone, like 11, 12, 13, 14, it's basically the same thing. It's basically the same thing. Like, if you never owned an iPhone, or you're a content creator like me, or like Sigmon or anyone, then if you're buying an iPhone or upgrading to an iPhone, it makes pretty sense because you have a 4K camera. The camera is pretty dope. It's sick. You can shoot your videos, amazing videos. You can, take amazing pics. But do you want to upgrade your 12 or 13 to an 14 for no reason? Do you want to buy another phone which is for like 4, 5K, 6K in dirhams? I'm talking about dirhams, 6K dirhams. You gotta sell your kidney. That's the thing that I'm talking about right now. Like, if you don't own an iPhone and then you buy, or you get as a gift, or if you're using it for work, it makes sense. But upgrading from iPhone 12 or 13, I think, as per me, I think the iPhone 12 and iPhone 11 is better than the 13 and 14. That's my personal opinion. It could be controversial, but this is my opinion right now. Even though I never owned any, I know people who have the iPhone 12 and 11, and iPhone 11 and 12 is pretty better than 13 and 14. But I won't say that this phone is bad. I mean, when Apple makes it, every phone has its own cons, right? You go for Samsung, you see the Face ID is amazing, the touchscreen is amazing. I didn't even talk about the brightness. You look at the brightness, amazing brightness right now. Goes fully into dark, fully into light. That means even if you're going in sunlight, if you're standing in sunlight, you can still see your screen. Not like the other phones, the sun is coming in, you can't see single shape what you're doing. But with the iPhone 14, the brightness is amazing. The look, as always, thin, fat, simple, clear, amazing color. And you get more customization features in the iPhone 14 Pro Max. That's also one more pro in the Pro Max. So I won't say that it's pretty good, but at the same time I won't say it's pretty bad. Anyway, this is my opinion. This is how my iPhone works after 1 month. It works fine. It works really good, actually, not fine. And I'm still going to use it. I'm still using it. I love it. I'm using it to make videos and stuff. Only for this video I'm not using the iPhone 14, but yeah, that's how my iPhone 14 is. The only con I find is I don't think why always on features should be there, and the battery is the only problem for me right now. But other than that, I think the iPhone 14 is fine after a month. let's see, who knows what happens after 1 more month. I might make another video of iPhone after 2 months, but you get my point. Anyway, I hope you love this video. It was informative, and please subscribe. We are road to 500. Sigmon is on road to 3,000. So let's get it. Get your boy to 1K. Get your boy to 3K, and I'll make more better content. Peace.